Hello and happy Fragment Friday. Pardon me, grabbing a drink real quick. This is a grumpy old guy gaming, introducing another adventure in .hack Fragment in a rather scattershot and otherwise poor fashion. Hope you're doing well. We are on the V's Place server today. Before we get into today's adventure, I do want to say, if you are looking to set up and play .hack Fragment, if you are interested in playing, or if you have any friends you may want to get playing, maybe you just want to meet up with some people who are fans of the series, or maybe play themselves. I will have all of the relevant links below for both the .hack Network website and Discord, and the NetSlum website and Discord. Two fantastic places, cannot recommend them or the player base at large highly enough. Always a good time to be doing Fragment. Friday is that special Fragment day, so let's get into it. Soft Monster 100 Tri-Pansy. We are warping in. It's a level 54 field. I want to say we are level 51, maybe 52. So it's in the wheelhouse, maybe a bit above our weight, but we have the Staff of Truth. So at the very least, we know there is a good amount of summon spam we can do to keep ourselves afloat. Pulling up the map here. Full disclosure, this is the second time I'm attempting this capture. First time went relatively well, aside from yours truly not being able to finish a sentence without biting my own tongue in either a literal or figurative sense. It was just abysmal commentary. Judging by the fact that I consider this better, that tells you how bad the previous one was. Starting off with 3 deadly presents, we're going to lock them in place with Rhyneck. And while we're waiting for that to finish, we'll throw Yarthkins at them. Yarthkins will actually hit first, and then Rhyneck will come in for the kill. You'll see us burn through Artisan Souls like they were candy today. Ooh, treasure chest there. Catch the Mimic while it's sleeping. Webs go down, so we'll continue moving to the left here, open this portal. And we get a couple Forest Sains. Hope that's how it's said. If not, please feel free to throw me a phonetic spelling. I always appreciate those. Now up top here is normally a Spring of Mist. I should say that. I popped the spring before gating out, and I didn't log out of the game, so it still has the spring as explored. If I were to log out, get my card save updated, and then log back in, come back to this field, the spring would be ready and active again. Just a little tip if you're looking to upgrade weapons and armor. For the record, that's a level 3 grandpa, so by all means have at it. Okay, managed to freeze that hero skull in place long enough to escape, and then gonna go ahead and throw some Rajuk Ram at it. Hero skulls are completely magic tolerant, so we kind of want to be careful with them. But using the summon to sort of soft stun them, giving us a chance to pop that Beast Bane, is going to be another great key for success. And you may see me doing that from time to time. If you do, don't worry, I'm not intentionally wasting them. You'll also notice right there, I actually had enough time to activate it while Rhyneck was finishing up. Unfortunately, I was a little too far back to hit those back 2 deadly presents. Lucky in the sense that they were still far enough away that they couldn't really get to me. Turns out you don't need a fortune wire for normal treasures, and I was just kinda losing it. This here is a completely empty room. Just wanted to show it off. Another fun fact about my first run. If you noticed up at the top, right next to where we came in, is the entrance down to the dungeon. And I started that sentence with the phrase, if you noticed, because I certainly didn't the first time I was here. I thought, lo and behold, I had stumbled upon a field that magically had no dungeon. It's been a long day. It's been a very long day. But into the dungeon we go, because we're playing Fragment now, and life is good when we are playing Fragment. Get this beautiful color palette up. Nice green detail on the walls. Really fond of the forest fields. Maybe it's because the field itself looks like, floor 0 of a dungeon. Just something a little special about them. Ooh, we have ourselves a Comad goo. So I'm going to be backing the heck up here. I want no part of that Comad goo. Not quite enough to finish it off between Yarthkins and Rhynak. Need that elemental hit for the finish. That said, we're not going to get upset about about the 13 experience it's giving us. Very happy with that. A little bit of a risky treasure here, but we're going to use a fortune wire and open it up to find some Quake Beast fur. Little diagonal hallway here. Chance for a bit of a breather. Well, looks like we've got some hero skulls and deadly presence, so we're going to go ahead and drop the deadly presence before anything else. Got one hero skull on Beastbane. Run around the side here. No clue what happened to that one. They seem to just be randomly disappearing due to Beastbanes. But I'm not going to take that chance. Second hero skull got way too close for comfort. Pick up that chest there with the Hanged Man. Make that 2. Got a couple small rooms here with treasure chests in them. Gale Breath there. Pick up a Holy Sap. Lightning Cap out of that chest. Good pick up there. We're hoping for a bunch of equipment out of this, because I'm not going to lie. The Artisan Souls are going to get costly. We're going to probably chew through at least 2 dozen. Another Comad goo. We're far enough away that we could just sort of sit this one out, see if it will be enough for the finish. It will not, so we'll cast another. Nice thing about Rhynak is it more or less stuns the monster in place. So we had a good bit of range there. We felt safe where we were. Pop another Artisan Soul. Just so we're fully prepped for this portal. Fortunately for us, it is a treasure chest. Hanged Man out of the portal chest and a green gale at the end of the corridor. Making our way back through the semicircle where we fought the Comad goo into the semicircle that joins it right at the top of that arc. One more chest to pick up. That's got a Gale Breath in it. And now we are making our way over to the stairs down. Stopping to pick up a healing potion out of a corpse that was just sort of sitting around. Weird that we had to bust it open for something that was probably sitting in its hand, but we'll go with it. And down we go to the second floor. I can tell you, there's at least 3 floors to this dungeon. As you could see evidenced there by the stairs down. I didn't make it too much farther than this when I had really gotten sick of apologizing for poor phrasing, poor words, and sentences that just didn't make a whole ton of sense. pick the death up out of that chest. There's Restorative, a Gale Breath. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Final corpse was empty, but we got something out of the chest and we got something out of the first corpse. Coming up against another Comad Goo, and we are far enough away that those drills will not be finding their way inside of us. And that's a good thing all around. Really neat monsters to look at, especially at a distance there. There's that elemental hit. Little over 4,500 damage there. Always a good feeling to get that kind of a response out of your spells. Sometimes it's worth it to wait for the Rhyneck. So we do have a portal to the left side of the map there, but we also have the stairs down. Instead, we're going to go to the right, that large L-shaped room that's bending up. We have enough SP for a summon, so let's go ahead and chance this portal. It's another Comad Goo. Gives us a chance to just sort of sit back, plan our next move. It's an elemental hit. Lo and behold, we don't have to burn an Artisan Soul because we got the kill, and we've got a couple empty, well, devoid of monsters rooms to check above us. Risky Treasure gives us a Thunder Cloak. Now we have a couple chests to loot, and by the time we're done with that, we should be at just about full SP. Letting time do the work for us. Picking up the death there, thankfully just in the consumable item sense. Restorative out of that corpse, and a Gale Breath. Whole bunch of backtracking now. As you know, backtracking is one of my favorite things. Actually, it's not so bad. Gives me a chance to chat with you a bit. Not too much though, thanks to the speed charms, which is good because I have no valid topics of conversation and this is a YouTube upload. So really, what would we technically talk about? Maybe Fragment? Maybe how much damage Yarthkins is about to do to these Napalons? Did a lot to one of them, that's an elemental hit. Second Napalon's still standing. We'll throw Yarthkins at it and get another elemental hit for 2,830 damage. Big numbers there. And there's an invisible egg. Two floors of the dungeon, so far not so bad. See, there we are, 369 experience in on level 52, working our way to 53. Popping another Fairy's Orb here. Not sure if there's another floor below this or not. Kinda tough to determine from our current vantage point. We do know directly below us is a V-shaped room with a chest in the middle, and below that is a dead-end corridor, so we'll take that route first. Coming out of the chest, out of the portal, we have a Comad Goo. Not upset to see the Comad Goos because they're large and imposing and not going to get us. Elemental hit, Rhyneck drops it in one shot. You see the little spinning top base spin away from the top as it falls. The top base spins away from the top, which is sitting on the base, which is a top. Yeah, I think I got that right. Sort of a little zigzag room coming up here. Kind of looks like a capital W on an angle. And it's giving us a risky treasure. Really merciful floor of the dungeon so far. Get a Stormlord Helm. Now that I'm pretty sure I just jinxed it, let's head into this large square room. Portal smack dab in the middle. It's a quartet of Forest Saints. So we'll throw the Rhyneck to stun and Yarthkins to damage combo out there. picking up 20 more quality damage, and we get a bonus risky treasure spawned right in the middle of that combat. Pick up a mage's soul and a healing potion here. And an invisible egg. Yeah, let's go into the next room. We've already got about 126 SP. We'll chance it. More Forest Saints. Yarthkins finishes them off real nice and quick. And we've got a couple rooms to get to before our next enemy portal, so take a little bit of time to get there and once again be in good shape by the time we arrive. Invisible egg. Already up to 115 SP. You know, once you get to a certain point, Wave Master really does make it look easy. One more healing potion, and it looks like we've got stairs down on the other side of this room, so. And this is a chest. Third floor was indeed nice to us. It went real gentle. Can't wait to see what fun awaits us in floor number 4. Here's the fairy's orb. Almost said fortune wire. Whew. Well, no treasure in sight, at least not right away. We do have a large L-shaped room to greet us out of the opening corridor. Portal right at the bend. Let's see what we got coming out of it. Looks like a hero's skull, Forest Saint, and an Apollon. Did not have the best luck there, did we? An Apollon's still standing after we fell the hero's skull. So we needed 3 summons for that portal for 3 monsters. But they can't all be easy, and we did get a chest out of it. Picked the lovers out of the chest, which seems like a rather severe invasion of privacy. Got some Forest Saints here. Knock them all down with the Yarthkins. That'll end the battle right quick and in a hurry. No chests to speak of. Looks like we've got a long corridor on the other side of the semicircle room. I would expect that to be the stairs down to floor 5. Sure enough it is. So we're gonna head up a little side entrance at the top of this arc and see what's up this way. Looks like we've got the dreaded Saint, Apollon, and Hero's Skull combination. Took down the Hero's Skull and the Saint quickly. Apollon's still standing, even after a Yarthkins. Resilient suckers, those Apollons. Pick up a green gale. Move to the very next room. Got a jar and a golden egg. Now we got a long room ahead of us with a little cutout in the middle. Got a portal, and it's got multiple hero skulls. Everybody's favorite thing, since it was never our favorite thing. Lucky timing, though. While Rhynek was firing off, we had just enough time for 2 Beastbanes. They both hit, and then Rhynek in for the finish. That's what you call great preparation. Either that or else dumb luck and relying on an animation lock. You go ahead, choose what to call it. I'm fine with either. Here we go with another Saint, Apollon, and Hero's Skull. So I think I need to start angling the camera a bit better there so I could target the Apollon with that first Yarthkins. I think that's really where I'm messing up on that portal. The Rhinoc, however, is doing a fantastic job for us, especially against enemies it ought not bother. Bit of an awkward timing moment there. Still got a hero skull up. And still have it. No, it mysteriously disappeared. We pulled all zeros on that Rajuk ROM, and it still disappeared. I don't know what to make of that. It animated like it died right at the moment we cast the spell, which is bizarre beyond reasons, because all we're doing is popping it with the Beastbane. That time the Beastbane missed. That means that's going to go for nothing. But we still had enough time to go ahead and... See, there again, it died and we got 0 on the Arthgans. Very strange behavior out of those. I'm gonna have to pop in the Discord after this. Maybe ask around, see if that's a known thing about hero skulls just randomly going kaput after you hit them with a Beastbane. Not gonna lie, I get a little excited when I find really bizarre stuff happening in the game. And I won't be disappointed if I bring it up and, like, Snow or somebody who's been playing a game a while goes, yeah, we've seen that a bunch. But just on the off chance this is something that hasn't really been observed before, how fun would it be to be like, hey, I found this weird thing out, and then a couple people tried and they're like, yeah, that's really bizarre. I wonder why it does that. I'm sure we'll get our answer in next to no time, because there are some really brilliant people working on this game, especially picking apart the code and seeing how everything interacts with everything else. Way beyond my thought level, but I have to thank them for it, because the end result is I get to play the heck out of this game. Floor number 5 here. Kind of scattered. A lot of small shaped rooms here. Somewhat encouraging for this to be the last level. Find the final levels of these procedurally generated dungeons tend to be a little more scattershot in design. Also not seeing a ton of large rooms. Get a storm bracer there. And an invisible egg. Yeah, that looks like our statue room down there. So we'll avoid heading straight down. We'll come back and do that last. Going to the leftmost room on this floor. And we've got 2 heroes' skulls and a deadly present. Not fun things all around for us. Amazingly, the 2 heroes' skulls are felled by the Rhinoc, but the deadly present of all things lives. Take it out with a second cast. Pick up a storm bracer and an invisible egg. And now we'll make our way back around. A little bit of backtracking never hurt anybody, especially not when they're that low on SP. Picking up a restorative there. Got 2 portals to the far right and 2 portals up above. Let's hit the top first. Let's go top side, huh? Another hero skull accompanied by a Sane. Making sure that hero skull was the only thing on camera when we went to target the when we went to trigger the Beastbane. That way we knew what our target was, and that if it was going to hit, it would hit the right target. 2 Forest Sains and a Deadly Presence, so we're going to back up Rhynek with the Yarthkins here. That should take the Sains out. Looks like the Deadly Presence survived both summons, so we'll call in Vulcan for a fiery finish. Once again, picking the Lovers up out of a chest that spawns from what looks like the fallen Deadly Present, which makes us wonder, did we even defeat the Mimic? I mean, yes, we got experience from it. One more Holy Sap out of a corpse, and into the square room we go. Okay. Got a Sain and a Deadly Present. Yarthkins for the finish there. Pick up that golden egg so I could stop hearing it bounce. Got a little corridor right above us, treasure chest just behind the portal. So we know we're fighting for a prize. And it looks like we're fighting 2 Deadly Presents and a Hero's Skull. Bad time to run out of SP. Fortunately, the Presents took a little nap on us. Been very lucky that we haven't been confused at all during this run. Get a Mage's Soul and a Death. Actually, it doesn't seem like anything's really had much of a chance to attack us. Just under a lucky star today, I guess. That's the excuse I'm going with. I mean, we have Hero's Skulls dropping to Beastbanes. Have to consider yourself on the lucky side when that happens. One more portal in the dungeon. Gonna save that chest on the other part of the semicircle room and the statue for after it. So here's hoping we don't wipe on the final combat of the dungeon. That would be a touch embarrassing. Trigger Rhynek right away. Looks like we do have a Hero's Skull, and it's all the way at the back. So I'm gonna wait to take everything else down. And there you saw it again, plain as day. I didn't even get a chance to cast a third summon. All of the damage from the first 2 had happened. I simply cast Beastbane. It worked, and for a moment it just had the magic defense down, and out of nowhere the Hero's Skull just crumpled. Pick up a Gale Breath out of that chest, a Holy Sap out of a jar, and let's go to the statue room that feels we just sort of cheesed our way to. But overall, I think Craig would approve. This being a wood dungeon and all. And we pick up a Spiked Guard, as well as a Light Cross and a Healing Potion. Let's take a look at that Spiked Guard. Level 44 Heavy Leg Armor. Got Jukzat, Mina Ganshido, Mina Jukshiku, and Mina Jia. So Jukzat is the only non-awakening skill it's got, but it's got some pretty decent stats, especially for level 44. Hopefully you've enjoyed this somewhat strange and ultimately successful run for Fragment Friday, and hopefully you get the chance to enjoy it yourself, be it, going, talking about the game, maybe joining in the group chat. It's always hopping on Fridays on the NetSlum Discord, maybe checking out the .hack Network Discord and just chatting up a few people. There's a lot of overlap between the two, but there are some people who are specific to one or another. In the meantime, this has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, once again wishing you a happy Fragment Friday. Take care wherever you're at, and we'll see you around.